Hi Ship Shape Shop Tribe and Happy New Year. I hope you have enjoyed a little bit of a break over Christmas, and if this is your first day back at work like it is for me, that it hasn't been too hard on you and that you're settling in nicely. I wanted to share a funny little story. Well, actually it wasn't funny at the time, it was incredibly stressful and actually panic attack inducing. About something that happened to me over the holidays that perhaps some of you can relate to. My in-laws have a batch down in a beautiful little place called Aotea. It's between Kawhia and Raglan, and it's lovely. It's remote, windy road to get in, not so good for my poor queasy car sick tummy, but once you get there it's lovely. No dairy, no footpaths, no internet, no nothing. It's wonderful. It's about between 2.5 and 3 hours out of Auckland, depending on how traffic goes and everything. Anyway, setting the scene. We went for a little walk down to the beach. Jamie and Otis and we took the pram, and then of course when you get down to the pram it's soft sand, so it's a pick up and carry job to get down there. So Otis was running along. He and Jamie go down to the shorefront and I get into bossy mum mode and kind of stomp down there and say to Jamie, if he goes in the drink, then you're the one that's going to have to go and save him. Give me your car keys, I'll keep them safe. Famous last words. I think you can see where this is going. So stomp, stomp, stomp back to the pram, put the keys in a part of the pram and forget about them promptly. We spend another 15 or 20 minutes down at the beach, everything back in the pram, and up we go back to the batch, which is about a 5-minute walk from the beach. Get to the car and I said to Jamie, should we just put the pram straight back in the car? And he said, yep, where are those car keys? Bum, bum, bum. The car keys are nowhere. They're lost. So I hot-footed back down to the beach to try and find them. And to my absolute despair, they were nowhere to be seen. Now, of course, the logical explanation is that someone's picked them up, some well-meaning person. But how you identify that person, how you make sure that you're in exactly the right place at the right time to find that person, is kind of like a needle in a haystack thing. So I was down at the beach for about 15 or 20 minutes by myself, walking in circles, because it wasn't a huge area that they were lost in, round and around in circles, kind of going from A to B to C to the 3 different places that the keys could possibly have been, with panic increasing. And I think I must have kind of worn a tread around those that ABC point trying to find these keys, because eventually some people, lovely people, came up to me walking their dogs and said, love, have you lost something? And I, yes, I've lost my car keys. And they helped me look and we couldn't find them. And then I said, after a few minutes of bothering them and wasting their time, okay, you guys go off, I'll be fine, it'll be okay. And already in my mind going through, okay, how are we going to get someone to bring the spare set of car keys nearly 3 hours from home along windy roads? That's not a job that anyone's going to volunteer for. And then I finally walked up a tiny little hill, and I think I must have been like this, like looking out for inspiration, maybe saying a little prayer, hoping against hope that I would somehow find the people at the beach that had our car keys. Because, you know, worst case scenario goes through your mind going, okay, so anyone that looks at these keys are going to realise it's a Volkswagen, and then it's not a big beach community, so all it's going to take is a dishonest person to find the keys and then walk the streets at night, go boop, 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 waiting for the car that responds, and then drive off on out of there with our ride out of the beach when the time comes. Oh, anyway, finally I was standing up on that hill, searching, and then up on a little beach Polaris, these 2 people, and they were making a beeline for me. So as soon as I saw that Polaris coming towards me, I knew it's going to be okay. I'm sure that they've found the keys. And so it was like Heathcliff and Kathy moment. I was running towards them. They were driving towards me. I actually had my arms outstretched, ready to embrace these poor people. And they were kind of dangling the keys as they approached me. And I nearly cried with relief. I was so glad to see them. And then we exchanged kind words. They'd met my friends who'd helped me with the dogs, helped me search. They'd met them further down the beach. And they'd said, oh, the lady you're looking for is just up there. Barry and Rosa from Te Awamutu, thank you so much, my saviours. If you ever happen to see this, gave Baz a hug. My dad's a Barry. I've got a fond place in my heart for all Barrys I ever meet. Anyway, I got my keys and all was well. The half an hour or so of absolute agony of having this thing lost was awful, and it got me to thinking about, because I don't lose stuff like that. Those days have gone. My teenage years, my kids, when I was a kid, I used to lose things all the time. But I don't really lose things these days because my home is organised and everything has a home. So it really did kick me in the guts a little bit to have lost these things, especially after having made a big deal to Jamie about I'll keep them safe and then promptly losing them. I mean, Murphy's Law, right? But it got me to thinking about people who live with that stress regularly, who regularly lose things, and how awful and stressful that must be, even if it's only for like 5 minutes, not half an hour. If in the morning you get up and you can't find your purse to leave the house, or you've misplaced the car keys, or you can't find the kid's other shoe or something, anything that regularly gets lost. So for those people out there, if you're watching this, if someone tags you because you are renowned for losing stuff, as I was when I was a younger person, hit me up, because I would love to have a chat with you about giving you some ideas on how you can give things a home. Now, obviously, me losing the car keys at the beach was a unique set of circumstances that led for it. I can assure you that there is a very specific place that keys go in our house, so they don't get used hardly ever. But there are people out there that do lose things regularly, and I can help you with that. So if you are a chronic loser of things, or you know someone that is, please get in touch with me, because I would love to help you, because I would genuinely like to save you from that stress that I felt, if I possibly can. So I've got tips on how to give things a home. I've got ideas on ways that you can keep things so that they aren't getting lost regularly. And yeah, I just want to finish by saying losing stuff absolutely sucks. And if there is just one person I can save from that agony of having a lost thing, then I would feel like my work for 2020, for this decade, probably is done, just helping one person that loses things not lose things anymore. So that is my very, very rambly story. Thank you for listening to me. Turns out that no matter how succinct I try to be, I'm just not going to be. I love a good story, I love a good yarn, and I love words. So I'm not going to resolve to make shorter videos anymore. I'm just going to go with how the mood takes me and hope that the right person sees it at the right time. So that is me signing back on officially with car keys safely in our house. No more getting trapped at the beach for us. And wish you all a very, very happy 2020 without losing your things as well. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.